You started recording already?
Yeah, just record whenever. Like I said, I'll just edit it out, and because obviously I have to edit out all your freaking burps.
Hey, I just burped, dude. That's why I can't slam beer. Oh yeah, let's shotgun. I'm like, no.
At least I didn't say, "Hey, let's shotgun." You're right, though. But yeah, you burp a lot, bro.
It is what it is, right?
It is what it is. All right, man. So, all right, we'll do this week. Red Rambler, boys and girls. Peace Tree. So everyone can see the Red Rambler. Red Rambler. It's a red ale. This is a brewery. They originate in Knoxville. So I think the tap room is there, and then they open up a new tap room downtown in downtown Metro, Des Moines, Iowa. They're actually really pretty good. I like their beer. They don't have cans. They have this unique bottles, so everyone can see. It's kind of different. It's not a regular 12-ounce bottle either.
It's a shorty.
Just shorty.
Shorty.
Did you crack yours?
No, I did not yet.
Well, then come on, and don't use your stupid tray opener.
Oh yeah, this.
Yeah, the one that I didn't get.
The one that doesn't work. Here, I got a different bottle opener right here. Let's see if I can do this. Watch me not be able to do it.
All right, if he can't do it, everyone, he has to do 2 donkey kicks.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh boy! So for the people who are just listening to this and who are not watching this,
Nothing happened.
Fishing Kid decided to try to be the coolest cat ever and open up a bottle with another, I think he was a Powerade or whatever bottle. Try to use the top of it if you guys know what I'm trying to explain it so the people in here pop it open, and he popped it open, but he also dropped the bottle. So it looks like he got beer everywhere.
So job well done. It did what it was supposed to do. Rats. All right, that's a penalty on me.
That is a penalty on you, man. But hey, I did say he's gonna have to do 2 donkey kicks later. So well, actually, no, you don't, because you opened it, right?
I did open it.
Ah, dang it! All right, never mind.
But I'll do it. Not right now.
All right. So, but you went kayak fishing, right, today? So
I did.
How was that?
Terrible. If I'm being honest.
So why the hell do you kayak fish if it's so bad?
Well, just today was bad. Sorry, I'm trying to clean up my mess too, by the way.
Yeah, we can see that. At least I can see that Fishing Kid's trying to clean up his spill. But kayak fish, I used to kayak fish. I used to have a kayak, but I did sell it. So one of those things you kind of give up once you have a lot of multiple kids. But kayak fishing is actually it's hard to explain because a lot of people ask, like, why do you like kayak fishing? How does it feel? Like, okay, first of all, you're on a boat. But I think the thing is with kayak fishing is that you're so close to the water. And I think when you catch a fish, you're most of the time you're not anchored down, and it pulls you. I mean, I literally remember catching 9-10 inch crappies, and it pulls you. You can just imagine when you're fish and you're just reeling it in, and a 9-inch crappie literally pulls you pretty far. Actually, you'd be kind of surprised by that. But like I said, the kayak fishing is just one of those things. I think, what's that word, like people, or the saying that people say, is that you feel one with the water or something like that, right? Or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. Yeah, I've taken a big liking to kayak fishing. It's like one of my, I don't know, I guess one of my disciplines of fishing that I'm passionate about now. Yeah, I guess that's a good way to say it, right? Yeah, it's like one of the disciplines of fishing that I'm passionate about.
I guess it is a discipline if you think about it, because I mean, okay, you got people who shore fish and love shore fishing. People who go on a boat, has a boat, love to fish on a boat. People who ice fish, Yeah, kayak fish. I think you're right on that. It's like a discipline. I guess I can definitely see that. What's the benefits? Like a lot. I mean, okay. So my explanation when I first started kayak fishing and people were asking me is like, well, number one, you don't have to be around the masses, and you can go literally almost anywhere a boat can go. You can launch almost anywhere. I think you can launch a lot easier than a regular boat. The boat, you have to have a boat ramp. I think with a kayak, as long as you have somewhat the water within vicinity, you can launch. You can literally carry because today's kayaks you can either carry, or if you have a system, I think you have one of those like a cart or whatever, right, to roll to
Yeah.
wherever you're going to launch. So I think that's the biggest benefit of a kayak is that you have the benefit of having a boat to access and get away from the shore, and you can go anywhere on the lake. But I think the biggest thing is that you can launch anywhere.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You kind of get the benefits of having a boat, as in like being on the water and being able to move around without the limitations that come with the boat, like maintenance. You can't launch from certain spots and you can't get to certain spots. But kayak fishing has its own set of issues too, because it's not easy. I wouldn't call it easy. I don't kayak fish because it's easy.
So that was the one thing, because a lot of people are like, it looks, you just paddle and just go, but a lot of people don't realize weather plays into a major role in the fishing, I think.
Especially the wind.
You know who would really, I guess you can say they can really relate, are people who bike. If you ride bikes, if you're a huge biker, when you're bicycling and you go against the wind, imagine that the same thing on a kayak. When you go against the wind, same thing when you're biking. When you go with the wind at your back, you can go as fast as you can, literally, and not have to pedal. Same thing with a kayak. When you go, with the wind in your back, it's easy peasy, I guess you can say. If you go far, it can get a little rough.
Yeah, yeah. Boat control is the main challenge when it comes to kayak fishing.
So one thing nobody tells you exactly is the tracking. So I didn't know what tracking was. So tracking is when you're paddling and can you go straight in one line. When you're kayak fishing, I didn't even know this because I'm just like, why does it keep going to the side? You know what I'm saying? Like if it also depends on the type of kayak and if it's it's a good kayak or not. Obviously, I couldn't afford the greatest kayak ever, so the tracking was a little off on me. So when I was paddling, like sometimes you kind of, like you said, it goes right and left. It's just I had to correct it, I guess, in a way. But it's just, but that's part of kayak. Like you said, it's part of kayak fishing. Some of the lessons you learn. Is there any? I guess you can say if someone was going to jump to kayak fishing, is there anything you recommend, like what kind of kayak or equipment they should look into, or?
We'll go back to the tracking thing. If you're going to be fishing from a kayak, tracking isn't that big of a deal. Is stability is more important. Tracking is just how good is it at going straight. With fishing from a kayak, I don't think that's really an important criteria for deciding about what kayak to buy. You buy a touring kayak, they'll go straight as an arrow. But I think they'd make terrible fishing kayak.
If you guys go back to my very first interview from Fishing Kit on MaPop, he asked me what's one thing I did, and it was kayak fishing. The funniest thing or whatever blooper that happened to me. Stability is 100% right, because a lot of people who's never been on a kayak do not recognize or don't realize how you could tip and it could slide. It's so fast when you literally sit or stand on the kayak, it just moves and it can tip. And I think the biggest thing, like the one thing you should probably do if you kayak fish, literally take the kayak out and flip it over. And the reason why I say that is because you have to learn how, if it could happen. I'm telling you, when you're on the waters, when you're kayak fish, you can flip over, and then how the hell are you gonna flip it back over? Especially if you're kayak fishing on a sit on top kayak, it's a lot harder. Or actually, no. I think the sit in are harder. I'm sorry. Because you have to imagine you're in the water and the kayak's flipped upside down if you tip over. So you have to somehow kick and swim and push and flip the kayak back over. So I think the first thing, if you're gonna kayak fish, that's one thing you should do is take the kayak out, flip over on purpose in a area where you know it's like shallow, I guess you can say, or you can be safe and or have somebody nearby you and practice that. I think didn't you and a buddy did that before?
The term is self-rescuing. Learn how to self-rescue.
That's true though. I mean, it's pretty important because if you don't know how to swim or you're not a great swimmer, if you can't, literally push the kayak back over, do you recommend them even kayak fishing? Because you're on water.
Honestly, I wouldn't consider myself a swimmer like at all. I'd go as far as saying that I don't know how to swim, but I always wear a life vest. I mean, you should anyways, even if you can swim good, because if you get into some accident and you're knocked unconscious, the fact that you're a good swimmer ain't gonna help you.
True. All right, PSA is over, man. Let's talk about good stuff that we wanted to talk about. At least I wanted to talk about. How the hell is the best way to eat fish, man?
I was gonna say, should we talk about the actual fishing part in the kayak fishing?
The PSA shit's over. I just want to I wanted to talk about fish eating because I'm getting kind of hungry because you dropped off fish earlier, and I'm thinking in my head because I had a pretty large crappies. Different ways you can cook crappies. You don't have to just fillet and fry. What's your go-to method of eating fish, man? Or several methods?
Nothing wrong with filleting and frying. That's like the classic. But I don't really do too many different ways now anymore. I guess it depends on your culture. Different cultures eat fish in different ways. Some people won't eat a fish if it has the head on there. It doesn't really bother me too much. I don't go out of my way to prepare fish like that anymore. I'll eat it if it's there. Traditionally, like we're Southeast Asian, and traditionally, they just keep the fish whole, scale it, not even gut it. It might sound gross to a lot of people who are listening, but that's how it's like a kind of a cultural thing how you prepare and eat your fish. That's I guess it's a major thing.
I think, yeah, no, when you say the culture thing, yes, because like you just said, I don't mind eating the fish with the head on. A lot of people look at that like they get freaked out, but there's just certain, see, my thing is for walleye is number one. When you eat a walleye, where some people I go, do you guys know they got cheeks, right? You see, this is the thing, if people don't know. So when you cut off the head, you just fillet and you throw the rest of that freaking walleye away. FYI, the cheeks of the walleye are amazing and they have hella meat. If you guys ever get a chance, just don't toss away the head. But like I said, different cultures, the way you cook it. When it comes to fish, okay, there's 3 ways I love fish. I mean, I love obviously the fillet, batter, fry. But I love it with herbs. So this is the thing, like Kit just said, we come from Southeast Asia where we use a lot of herbs, everything from lemongrass to basil to garlic, all that stuff. And what we do a lot of times with it is you cut the fish. They obviously leave the head. Sometimes, I mean, in regards to this type of dish, you take out the guts and everything. You put all the herbs and all the marinate that, in my sense, inside of the body of the fish, bake it. Man, you'd be amazed how good that thing is. And then the third way I love is when my mom makes fish soup. Southeast Asians, we make a dish where the fish head has so much flavor. See, this is the thing, has a lot of flavor, and they put it inside of the soup. It gives it a unique taste to it. We don't eat the head. This is the thing, and people don't realize that we're not eating the head. It's all about the flavor. My kids, just so everybody knows, they eat filleted fish, no bones, no head, no nothing, because they're like, ew.
You gotta at least take the guts out for me. If somebody fries up a whole fish, you gotta for me, you gotta take the guts out at least.
Yeah, you have to take it out, man, because it's no bueno.
You know, that's how like the older folks from our from our culture ate it back in the country. They just bring it over here, and that's how they do it.
It's definitely a lot of ways to eat fish because a lot of people just like, nah, fillet fish and fry. I go, I mean, that's the basic way. I totally get that. It's easy and it's simple and it's you don't have to see the head, like you say, you don't see the gut. You just like, but all right, everybody's got to. I guess I'll post a recipe. I'm gonna have to post a recipe, I guess,
Yeah,
for all the others that or the people who are listening or watching. I'll have to do a recipe so you guys can try it. You know, and you know what? Sometimes you may like it, sometimes you don't, but you never know until you try it, type of thing.
yeah. Here, I'll say this. So for the people that try to maximize the amount of meat they get off their fish, like when they fillet it, then they say nothing was wasted, like, but then you're still filleting the fish and throwing away the carcass away. If you want to see a fish that has nothing wasted, just watch an old Asian person eat a fish. They'll you know leave the guts in, cook that whole thing. They'll eat all the meat, then they'll just sit there and they'll pick at the head, like in between all the bones. Now, if you want to see nothing is wasted on a fish, just watch an old Asian person eat a fish.
That has
Hey,
got to be the most honest thing I've ever heard in a long time. Yes, Kit's right on that. If you want to see unwasted meat and food on any creature that we eat, yeah, you watch a Southeast Asian older gentleman, older woman. They don't put anything to waste. You might get a little like, whoa. And I'm talking about eyeballs.
yeah, eyeballs, guts, sperm sacs, eggs. The only thing I think that they don't eat is probably the poop. That's the only thing that's left over.
We might have to have a discussion on the poop. I wonder if they eat the poop or not.
Oh, I mean, I'm pretty sure it gets around up in there.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. When you clean the fish, see, that's one thing too. When you clean the fish, is it completely clean? Because you think about it, there's got to be some residue up in there.
Yeah. But nothing wrong with filleting and frying up fish. I do that. You do that.
So,
Nothing
but
wrong with eating guts in fish. Or no, I take that back. There is. I wouldn't do it.
I hear you. I hear you. But no, I just wanted to know how you eat the fish because my kids love to, like you just said, the easiest way fillets is so I don't have to deal with the bones when you get in the mouth. So, but other than that, man, just another episode down the drain. You finished your beer? Almost yet? No? Yeah.
The floor drank most of it.
So we got to make sure that fishing kit has to do burpees. Did I say burpees or up downs? Same thing.
Donkey kicks.
Or donkey kicks. Yeah. And how the hell did I even get? Oh, we have a friend that was talking about burpees. That's why I got burpees in my head. So
Yeah, he's trying to do a burpee challenge.
yeah, let's not do that. Anyways, all right. Till next time, guys.
Yeah, all right. See ya.